A very good morning. This podcast is brought to you by Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. The topic of today's podcast is decoding the US Supreme Court's verdict on presidential immunity. In a landmark decision, the United States Supreme Court has delivered a 6-3 verdict addressing the issue of presidential immunity, particularly in the context of former President Donald Trump. This ruling has significant implications for the scope of presidential powers and the legal accountability of current and former presidents. Let's look at the background. The case in question revolved around whether a sitting or a former president possesses absolute immunity from criminal investigation and prosecution. The debate intensified following multiple investigations into President Trump's activities, both during and after his tenure in office. This Supreme Court decision marks a pivotal movement in constitutional law and executive accountability. Let's look at the verdict. In its ruling, the Supreme Court asserted that no individual, including the President of the United States, is above the law. The court emphasized that while the President does enjoy certain privileges and immunities, these are not absolute. The decision reaffirms the principle of checks and balances that is foundational to the American democratic system. Let's look at the key points of the verdict. The Supreme Court ruled that former presidents have at least some immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts performed while in office, regardless of their political affiliation. However, this protection doesn't cover everything, and the court's decision doesn't grant absolute immunity. The court distinguishes between official and unofficial acts. Presidents can be held accountable for unofficial actions. Core presidential functions are absolutely immune from prosecution. Other acts that straddle the line are presumptively immune, meaning defendants can assume immunity unless proven otherwise. The ruling reshapes the presidency and could have long-term effects on American democracy. For former President Trump, this ruling is a victory, as it may impact ongoing criminal cases against him. The federal 2020 election case may be affected, potentially delaying trial proceedings. In summary, while the ruling provides some immunity, it doesn't shield presidents from all legal consequences, and its interpretation will be closely watched by legal experts and practitioners. Let's look at the scope of the verdict. The Supreme Court's ruling has far-reaching implications. Firstly, it delineates the extent of presidential immunity, clarifying that it does not shield the president from criminal investigations. The decision paves the way for both federal and state authorities to pursue inquiries into the actions of a sitting or former president, provided they adhere to legal protocols and respect the executive office's legitimate functions. Secondly, the ruling impacts the interpretation of the separation of powers. By underscoring that the president is not immune from judicial process, the court reinforces the judiciary's role in upholding the rule of law. This ensures that executive actions are subject to legal scrutiny, thus preventing potential abuses of power. This verdict of the Supreme Court of United States, besides its other interpretations, it carries a very strong legal interpretation. Let us look at the points of this interpretation. First is affirmation of judicial authority. The legal scholars and practitioners will likely view the ruling as a strong affirmation of the judiciary's authority to review and adjudicate matters involving the executive branch. The decision underscores that the judiciary plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of power among the branches of government. The second point relates to precedent for future cases. This ruling sets a significant precedent for future cases involving presidential immunity. Lawyers and judges will reference this decision while addressing similar questions about the extent of legal protections afforded to sitting and former presidents. It provides a clear legal framework that will guide future judicial interpretations and rulings. The third is impact on executive privileges. The legal community will closely examine the ruling's implications for executive privileges. While the decision delineates the limits of immunity, it also prompts a re-evaluation of the scope of executive privilege. Lawyers will need to consider how this decision affects the confidentiality and protection of executive communications and actions. The fourth is constitutional law and separation of powers. Constitutional law experts will analyze the decision's reinforcement of the separation of power doctrine. The ruling affirms that no branch of government can operate with unchecked authority. Legal academics will likely explore the decision's impact on the balance of power and its role in preventing executive overreach. The fifth point is guidelines and guidance for prosecutors. Prosecutors will interpret the ruling as a green light to pursue investigations involving presidential conduct, provided they adhere to legal standards and respect the office functions. This decision clarifies the boundaries within which they can operate, ensuring that their actions are both lawful and at the same time constitutionally sound. The fifth is legislative implications. Legal professionals will consider the potential for legislative action in response to the ruling. There may be calls from Congress to enact clearer statutes regarding presidential immunity and accountability. Legal experts will likely advocate for legislative clarity to avoid ambiguity and ensure that the legal framework remains robust. The seventh is public perception and legal ethics. The decision will also be analyzed in terms of its impact on public perception of the legal system and legal ethics. By holding that no one is above the law, the ruling strengthens public trust in the judiciary's impartiality and commitment to justice. The legal ethicists will emphasize the importance of this principle in maintaining the integrity of the legal profession. Eighth and the last point is broader legal implications. The legal fraternity will consider the broader implications of the ruling for the rule of law and democratic governance. This decision is seen as a reaffirmation of fundamental legal principles and a reminder that the law applies equally to all individuals regardless of their position or their power. In summary, the legal fraternity will interpret the Supreme Court's verdict on presidential immunity as a landmark decision that reinforces the rule of law, clarifies the limits of executive privilege, and sets a crucial precedent for future cases. It will be viewed as a pivotal moment in the ongoing dialogue about the balance of power and the accountability of public officials. As we move forward, this ruling from a legal perspective will undoubtedly shape the interactions between the branches of government and influence the legal and political accountability of future presidents. It is a testament to the enduring strength of the American legal system and its commitment to upholding justice and the rule of law. In conclusion, the Supreme Court's verdict on presidential immunity in the Trump case is a defining moment in American jurisprudence. It reaffirms the principle that no one is above the law and delineates the boundaries of executive privilege. By doing so, it strengthens the checks and the balances integral to the United States constitutional framework. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you. Thank you.